Everyday Superpower, where we talk body language, game, relationships, bada bing, and everything in between. Today is going to be a simple principle, which is quite hard to pull off, especially when you start dating, when you start to find self-worth, when you start to, play the patterns that you need to. I mean, of course, it depends on the situation and circumstance. It's not like everybody and everything and every relationship is alike and so on and so forth. But one thing I'm going to talk about today is the earlier stages of relationships, the earlier stages, the courtship, the sleeping together, the this, that, and the third, yeah? And I'm going to say, within the first couple of times of your meet or intentional meet, you had intent to meet and so forth, if she doesn't come and see you, or she shuts you out for a reason, unfortunately it's in your best interest to cut it out and stop it and move on to somebody else. If she wants to come back to you and arrange something and make herself be known, then that's her imperative from that point. But you shouldn't continue chasing a lady when, be it the first time, be it the second time, be it the third, she finds a get out clause from seeing you, unfortunately, because this is kind of bleak, because you do like some of these women, they are a pleasure, so sometimes it can be a bit sharp. We're not the heartless beings that the internet makes us out to be, as far as content creators saying that we're just have to be like super brutal and whatnot. But there is some degree of what's the word? There's some degree of action that needs to be taken when she doesn't come and see you, when she pulls out last minute. And it will be last minute. It will be last minute. And not only will it be last minute, it will be clear from the get-go. It'll be clear from the get-go. So you've invited her out, and from the get-go, she'll say, all right, well, it's the end of the week. I might be a bit tired. Is that all right? From the get-go, she's already indirectly. And this is real game. This might sound vague, but if you've experienced this, please let me know, because I know you have. If you've messed around with a couple of girls, at the very least, you've experienced this. This is real game. I don't need to go deep into any sort of psychological or biological standpoint when it comes to this. This is just the way it goes. She will let you know before it happens, well ahead of time. And your first few times, you won't catch on to it. You won't understand what she's doing, because it is so naive. But she'll add this tiny little get out clause, so when it finally does come to it and she pulls out, that's what she'll fall back on. Oh, I'm tired. Or this came up, which she hinted at. Oh, sorry, this is the reason, that's the reason. And it'll be very last moment unless you pick up on it. And it is for you to pick up on it, because even if you're not doing anything, pay attention here, this is important. Even if you're not doing anything, so if you've got nothing better to do than see this woman, right? When it comes to a day prior, and you pop up and you say, are you still down for tomorrow? And she says, oh, I've had a long drive today, or oh, ma. If it's not a yes, right, just say, all right, cool, well, I'm doing something else. And either force her to give you an answer by saying, I'm doing this. Is it a no or a yes? Is it a yes or a no? Or you yourself just say, all right, let's call it off. We'll find a better time. I've got to keep myself busy, Because as a man, whether this is the truth or not, You have to hold yourself in a manner as to which nobody can play with your time. Your time is finite, and if you're to give your life source, your finite time you have in your life on planet Earth, if you can just give it willy-nilly to a girl you're only just starting to date, don't have a play with that, man. Make sure it's loud and clear that that's not to play with. Come on. Come on. Come on. Because you're a man and you've got passion and purpose and ambition. And if you haven't found your reason yet, you should be actively working towards keeping yourself busy, finding that reason. And when you do find it, it will make sense. And to those men out there who are building and creating and have something to stand for and are establishing, you know, a sense of being and reason for being here, then it makes complete sense what I'm saying, right? Why are you going to hang around for some stranger who really, realistically, has got nothing of substance other than themselves to you? We are pursuing something above and higher, beyond this physical realm, so it's not for you to sit around and hang around. She will indirectly sort of look at you lesser than if you're willing to wait around like a dog while she pisses around, you know. And she won't be accountable. She won't take accountability. That's why she won't say no from the get-go. She'll waste your time, man. She will waste your time. Don't matter what status you're of. Of course, it might happen less frequently if you have, you know, something that she needs. Don't get me wrong. But it's in the nature of these women to be skittish. It's completely understandable. There's nothing wrong about it. You shouldn't take it to heart. I'm going to do a separate video as to how this is actually character building for you. Alright? To understand your position. And when you know, actually just say, alright, fuck it. In a bit, sayonara. Don't waste my time. Although initially you might feel a pang of some sort of hurt. You know, I speak honestly. I speak to real people here. We're not robots. We're not machines. You might feel a little bit of disconnect and, harm from that particular disconnect. But it builds you as a person, builds your character, builds your self-worth. And you'll eventually never do it any other way. If somebody does waste your time, you'll be done with them. Because somebody who continues to wait around for someone who is willing to walk all over them like that, or feels like they could do that, that's not a person that's respected by her first and foremost. And it's just not a person who gets anywhere as far as where they want to be. I'm just going to leave that there. That's some game. If she's taking the piss out of you and she's not rescheduling and she's wasting your time and she's telling you this, that and the third, just say, alright, goodbye. You don't have to be hurtful. You don't have to be harmful. You don't have to be tight. You don't have to be emotional. You don't have to be in your feelings. If anything, it's a benefit to you because now you can get on to doing what you actually need to do in your life. You can build, you can drive, you can do what you need to do instead of investing your time in another individual who potentially isn't right for you. Okay? And leave it be. You know, it's not that you don't have to stop responding to her, but leave her to one side. In all honesty, if I'm to be brutal here, when you say okay, she'll probably either say sorry, unhappy face, or she won't respond to you. She'll leave you on red, and then that'll actually be it. That'll actually be your relationship communication over. That's the sad reality, whether you've seen her before or not. Don't take it to heart. It's the way it is. You don't know what's going on in anybody's life. We don't care. We don't have the time to care about what's going on in anybody else's life. We continue moving on ours. We'll meet new people. We'll build. Learn from your mistakes. It's character building. It gives you a depth of self-worth that pursuing that one person will do. That's game. Click like and subscribe. I'm uploading every day. And on that note, 2 links down in the description. One will bring you to the catalogue of body language. Over 220 videos of how to read people through their non-verbal behaviour. It's a YouTube playlist. Second to that is the Patreon. Attraction cues, repulsion cues. That body language I will teach you how to observe in the real world. You'll become Casanova. I'm signing out. Boom!